Welcome back to another show and tell video. Today we're looking at two examples of military surplus ammunition. The caliber of these examples is known as 8mm Mauser, more technically known as 7.92 by 57mm Mauser. So 7mm 7.92mm being the diameter of the projectile, or close to it, as to the chamber bore diameter of the item that these will be used in, and the 57 applies to the case length. So if we go ahead and take a look at actually this example I was more interested in. This is from a pending ammunition sale. This was a sample that was provided by the vendor. This one, I can look at the head stamp. You can probably see that as well. I'm looking at this sample, and its head stamp is 1938. It has the T and C and the crescent moon Turkish logo, as well as 7.9, and I can't quite read those two characters. One is an S, the other one might be a P, so might be an indication on the type of Spitzer projectile there. These are kind of that silver tip steel projectile. It's a little hard to see if there is primer sealer. If it is, it's very dark from age perhaps. And this is in a clip of 5, so these can be loaded right through the receiver of a Mauser. Load this through the stripper feed opening, and then you press these down into the internal magazine, and then discard the clip, or pocket it if you must, but they're not intended to be reused. This other example is from some Yugoslavian ammo. Its head stamp, as you can see, has, if I look at the magnifying glass, a star on the right, an 11, another star on this side, and a 5, 6 on this bottom quadrant right here. A little bit of primer sealant red on the color here, copper plated projectile, and as you can see here, the experimental AI markings. No, I'm just kidding. If anybody knows in the comments why this is, I actually do know why these markings are on here, but if anybody can guess as to why those are on there, feel free to place it in the comments. It's pretty a mundane reason why, but it's interesting nonetheless, and I was not able to actually clean these markings off of the brass. So just for size comparison, this is actually 7mm Mauser, so a full 7mm, but not 7.92, so it is smaller in diameter, and not to be confused, and they are not interchangeable, or they should not be loaded in each other's items. So you can see the head stamp of this one is 7mm. We'll set that there for reference. That's actually a soft point. Some other common rounds. Let's see. Here we have 303 British. So you can see it's actually a rimmed round as opposed to rimless. These are all smokeless, by the way. Pretty close, since this is 30 caliber, but it is definitely smaller than the 8mm, 7.92. So 30-06. Sorry, coming up here. Yeah, right here is a 30-06. So even longer in case length, but still a 30 caliber projectile. Here's a 7.62 by 5.4 rimmed, so the Russian pattern round, and then later block nations, also a 30 caliber, a little bit longer, but still slightly smaller than this one perhaps. Some other ones, 7.62 NATO, decades apart, a much different case dimensions as you can see, and also 30 caliber projectile as well. Leave that there. Getting a little bit smaller, here's 7.62 by 3.9, 5.56mm, and 22 long rifle. So you can see the size comparison across all of these here. And just for LARP, here's some 6.5mm Swiss in a dummy configuration clip as well. So just taking a look at some 8mm Mauser 7.92 by 5.7, as well as some comparison examples. This has been another show and tell video. Feel free to check out other show and tell videos on vintage milsurp tools and expanded topics. We also do unboxing videos, as well as a selection of book review, media reviews, and a series called Curios for the Curious, videos on more artsy type objects. Feel free to check all those out. Feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you next time.